Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about the wide center back role in Football Manager. And let's get started with an overview of the role. The wide center back is a central defender role that is played in the outside positions of a back three formation. In defense, the wide center back will play like a normal central defender, looking to stop opponents in and around the penalty area. In attack, they will contribute by pushing up the field, creating a dynamic passing option as your team moves into the final third. His movement in your attacking phase means defenders will need to pay attention to him. In this clip, my wingback has taken it out wide. The wide center back follows him out there. Their combination play has drawn the defense to their side, which has left the middle of the field open. But for all his attacking additions, he is still a central defender, meaning he's part of your last line of defense. In the next section, we'll go over the wide center back's stay wider player instruction and compare it to another central defender. We're going to be with Club Brugge in Belgium today, and I have two tactic variations. This is the first one I'm using for a demonstration. It has a wide center back on defend on one side, and the ball-playing defender with a stay wider player instruction on the other. This means that the two roles have similar instructions. Both have stay wider, and both are told to hold their position. But these instructions mean different things to different roles, and these two will behave differently in a match. We've just won the ball, and my ball-playing defender is at the top and my wide center back at the bottom. As we progress into the attacking midfield, they're still level with each other. Now that we're moving into the final third, their differences are more pronounced. The cross goes in and deflected out, but my wide center back picks it up. We swing possession to the other side where the ball-playing defender is, but their positioning makes it seem like they're playing completely different positions, let alone both being central defenders. I've mentioned it a couple times, but it's always important to remember that a player role that has a locked player instruction will behave differently than a player role given that instruction. So a ball-playing defender that is given a stay wider player instruction is different from a wide center back who has that instruction built in. And I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but I am saying they will play differently and are not direct substitutes for each other. It's up to you to decide if the ball-playing defender is too safe or the wide center back is too aggressive, but just know that they are different. So on defend, the wide center back won't be as adventurous and will look to cross from deep. On support, they will get forward more. His movement will often create natural underlaps, as the support duty will look to take advantage of the half space. As we're progressing the ball, the wide center back on support keeps moving up the field using the half space. He's going to underlap with his teammate to create the scoring chance. On attack, they will look to dribble more and get in crosses from the byline. This is similar to what a wingback does and is good for creating natural overlaps. My wide center back on the attack duty is going to get the clearance. He creates a natural overlap with his teammate, dribbles towards the byline, and gets in a cross. We looked at a variation, but this is the main tactic, with a wide center back on support and one on attack. The front three are two inside forwards and the advanced forward, who are all scoring focused. The segundo volante and anchor are basically a tactic staple for me at this point, and the wingbacks and wide center backs create a lot of options for us in attack. But looking back, I would probably also change the goalie to a sweeper keeper to help with possession up the field. As far as the other defender goes, the no-nonsense center back is maybe the most thankless role you could have. His one job is to stay back, be the last defender, take fouls if needed, and stop the opponent from counterattacking. He gets zero credit but is absolutely vital if called into action. We play a shorter passing game to better retain possession, and our press is high up the field to try and win the ball back. And the higher press also helps the wide center backs stay up the field and influence the match. Of all the tactics I've used in my videos, this one is probably my favorite. I love back three formations and especially using wide center backs. And one of the reasons why it's one of my favorites is the little pockets of defend, support, and attack role balance you get. If you look at the wingback and segundo volante, we have a defend, support, and attack. Same thing on the other side, defend, support, and attack. And if you include the inside forwards, both sides have a defend, support, and attack. This means that most areas of the field have an even distribution of a defend, support, and attack duty. Our primary center back this season has been Jorn Spielers. Since he is a center back, his attributes for that are great, with 14 marking and 13 tackling. In reality, his crossing and dribbling are low for a wide center back, but a lot of his mentals are really good, and honestly I wanted to use this role in the tactic, so here we are. And speaking of the tactic, let's see how it works by doing a highlight breakdown. The highlight begins with our center backs passing it around the back. Our wide center back on support gets the ball and passes it to the segundo volante. I alluded to it earlier, but this formation gives a ton of passing options. The advanced forward should probably get more credit for their playmaking ability, and as he gets the ball, this defender closes him down. The inside forward takes advantage of the space for the goal. As we watch the highlight again in full speed, pay attention to the tactics shorter passing, higher tempo as it leads to the goal for our inside forward. Now let's talk a little about the overlap and underlap team instruction. This team instruction deals with players who are positioned out on the flank, usually an inside forward or a winger of some kind. It tells your player who has the ball to wait and see if one of his teammates is making an overlapping or underlapping run. It does not tell your players to make an overlapping or underlapping run. Their player roles will do that. The description on the FM tactics screen mentions this. Will instruct players on the flank to hold onto the ball. For an underlap example, a wingback and a wide center back on support make a good combination because the wingback is going out wide and the wide center back with the support duty will sit in the half space and midfield areas. This clip is with the underlap team instruction on, and my wingback is going to get the ball. This is the wide center back on support. The instruction tells the wingback to wait and look for that underlapping player. On the other hand, the overlap instruction is good when using an inside forward, who can look to make a pass to someone like a wingback or a wide center back on attack. In this clip, the inside forward is going to get a pass from the wide center back, hold onto the ball, and wait for the overlapping wingback. As with any team instruction, they're not going to do this every single time. All you're doing is increasing the tendency that they will do something. Player roles will naturally create overlaps and underlaps, so the team instruction is just telling them to look for it a little more. There's a ton of great wide center back examples, especially in Italy's Serie A, but today we're going to highlight RB Leipzig's Mohamed Simakan. For a center back, he has excellent marking, tackling, and positioning. For the wide center back, he's got crossing, dribbling, and passing. As we wrap up, let's look at some player traits. Some good ones are brings ball out of defense, dictates tempo, and if you're feeling especially ambitious, gets forward whenever possible. Some contrasting traits would be stays back at all times, runs with ball rarely, and dwells on ball. I think I say this about every role, but really the wide center back is one of my favorite roles, and if you're using a back three system, give it a try. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.